and welcome to another vlog. It is Valentine's Day. I have no plans like normal, so I'm reading. Yay! I am still reading Guest House. I haven't read anything since the 70 pages that I read last week. Yeah, I haven't felt the urge to read this yesterday and the one day. I am working at home this week. It is half term, so we can work at home, and I did think to myself, oh, maybe I'll read during my lunch break, or I'll read before I start work, or I'll read after work straight away. Yeah, yesterday was just I had a half an hour lunch break, watched YouTube videos, finished work, watched more YouTube videos, went for a walk, and didn't feel the urge to pick this book up. But today I'd done my walk during my lunch. That was quite nice. I thought it would wake me up. I was quite sleepy today. I thought it would wake me up. It was a nice walk. Didn't wake me up though. I felt very sleepy. I still feel very sleepy. But I am determined to read tonight. However, with me not wanting to pick this up, like there's no, oh my god, I need to read this now. And I was a little confused as to what this story actually was from the 20% I read. I'm going to give it another 70 pages. And if I'm still like, meh, I'm DNFing. I'm not forcing myself to read meh books this year. And also, I think I may know how the story goes. I think. I just need some more information before I can conclude if I know how this book goes, or I might just spoil it for myself and read the ending. Yeah. I say that just because we're doing a chapter in the future and a chapter in the past, and reading between the lines, unless it's a really freaking obvious red herring and I'm just running straight into it or something else, which could happen. Yeah, I don't think it's a story I would want to read. But blathering over with, I'm going to get back to, start reading. Hopefully I come to you at 50% mark saying I'm going to carry on and it's not a DNF. It's been half an hour. I've read 150 pages in half an hour and I haven't skim read. So I'm now 63% of the way through this book. It is going the way I thought it would go. I am still feeling meh about it, but just because I've read so many pages in such a short amount of time, I'm gonna keep reading it. I'm gonna finish it tonight, obviously. And yeah, if I hadn't read so many pages in half an hour, I would be DNFing. But just because I could probably put another 40-minute sprint, finish it in 20 minutes, and I'm done. So yeah, I cannot see this being more than a 3-star at best. Excuse me. I just see how it's going. Don't get me wrong. It is Robin. Is it? Yes, Robin writing very well. He has to write very well. I think it's the slips over there. I can't remember. For this type of story to be quick, it has to be well written, which I'm okay. The main two protagonists, people who are reading from their POV, I'm not vibing with them. I normally hear that word. I'm just not vibing. I'm more interested in the villain's story because it's more heartbreaking in my eyes, and I understand exactly why they've done what they've done. Yeah, I have a very, very, very good idea how this book's going to end. I'll be surprised if it doesn't end that way. If it doesn't end the way I think it's going to end, but it's a better ending, it will go up to a 4. But at the moment it is a 3-star, possibly 2. depending on how the rest of the book goes. But I'm going to grab a shower because I haven't washed my hair in 6 years and it's a greasy mess. And get into some pyjamas, make my bed, as you can see from the unmade duvet, and then finish. So yeah, I'll update you tonight when I've completed. Well, it's 8:30. I've just finished the guest house. Yeah, it's a week 3 stars. It ended the way I thought it would, but how it got there differed slightly to how I thought it would. It's a 3 stars. I have to agree with some comments I've seen on Goodreads. The characters were just a tiny bit flat. I still actually side more with the bad guys and the good guys in this one, because I see why they did it and why they went along with this plan. One of, do you know what, Victoria, the good couple, Jamie, Victoria. Jamie, his one trait is his disability. That's his one shining thing in all he complains about. Slight spoiler. Victoria, not bothered, don't like her. Yeah, so it's 3 stars. Would I read more from Robin? I think I would, just to see what his other books are like, because I know some thriller authors kind of write the same in every book, but I'd want to see if Robin is like that, because while I do read some male authors, I don't read a lot, and I would like to expand that. So yeah, 3 stars, but I think one that I will probably unhaul at the end of the year or halfway through the year. So that is my physical books from my February TBR read, which means the rest of this week will be ebooks. 2 ebooks. I'm still not sure of what one of them will be. I need to message Jelena. So Jelena, when you're watching this, I'll have messaged you tomorrow. And then Becky has sent me a suggestion, but I know it's got Royal in the name, I think, and I can't remember the rest of it. So yeah, but I can normally read ebooks, or Kindle books, or whatever you want to call it. They are ebooks, Michelle. I can normally read them 1 a day. I did that challenge last year. I read 7 ebooks in a week. It was great fun. So yeah, the next clip will be me, probably tomorrow, saying this is the ebook I'm reading. But physical books wise, I'm not sure what I'm going to read. I can either pick some out of my jar and just randomly read them. I could read some that have relationships in the synopsis and go along with the theme for this month fully, which I already have a couple picked out for that. If I do it that way, or I could use a present that I got from Ada. But I'm not going to say what that is in case I don't end up using it, because I'm thinking I might use that for March or April. I'm not quite sure yet. So yeah, I will update you when I start whichever ebook I start next. Hello, it is Wednesday evening. I say evening, it's about 5:30. I've downloaded Becky's pick for my Kindle read this week, which is Royal Savage. There's not much I can read from the synopsis because it's very sweary, and from what I've read, smutty. So you have Savage, Royal, sorry, his name is actually Royal, and Avalon, and it's their romance or story. Like I said, from reading the synopsis, it reads very smutty and dark, and seen as the nickname for Becky is Dark and Twisted. That fits in very much with her with her reading taste. I love you, Becky, you know I do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It is 340 pages, I believe. Wait a minute. Oh, this is why I don't like Kindle, it just changes. 345 pages. With Kindle books, I do tend to read them quicker than normal books. So while I'm not aiming to read 345 pages tonight, there's a high chance it'll happen because it's me. But otherwise, I'll read it and finish it tomorrow. Jelena has been sent the text. I was like, listen, I'm starting Becky's pick. Got 24 hours notice, and she's like, cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I think I said it last time, but I kind of want to do this more often, I think. Because both Jelena and Becky, my lovely work colleagues, they read very differently from me, majority of the time. But when I did it last year, where I did my week of reading Kindle, I quite enjoyed a lot of the books they suggested to me. So yeah, and sometimes they'll throw a name out to me. It's like I haven't read that author, but I know what their books are, but I've never read them. So maybe I do another challenge like that again once I've got my shelves down, which won't be anytime soon. But yeah, so I'm going to go start reading. And yeah, let's see if it's as dark and twisty as I imagine it is. 10 to 9, I finished Royal Savage. 5 stars. It was dark, it was twisty. There was a good plot. It was written so well. The story, my heart broke. Yeah, I love it. This is kind of, yeah, such a good pick. Yeah. I didn't cry. I nearly cried. I didn't cry. The ending. The side characters, love them all. I need a best friend like Madison. Although I have Ada and Sophie, but I need another best friend like Madison. I need a Royal or a Blaine or a Jax in my life. So if anyone's read the book and knows someone who may be interested in someone like me, send them my way, please. Yeah. Now I just have to wait for Jelena's pick, which I'm very, very interested to see what that is. Hello, it's Friday. You may be able to hear the wind. There is a storm and there's high winds, so I'm just on a quick 5-minute break from work, but I thought I would update you. Jelena did send me some pics of 4 book recs. She sent me 3 books with the tropes, and I selected Blindside because the trope is fake dating with a little bit of enemies to lovers, and fake dating is my second favourite trope in romance after enemies to lovers, so it was an automatic pick. The other 2 were marriage issues and paranormal / fated mates. I don't mind the fated mates one, but I have to be in the mood for a fated mates one. So yeah, and the marriage one, I was like, yeah, I'm already feeling single enough. So Blindside, while it's not as raunchy, I will say in the synopsis, as Royal Rebel, that one that Becky chose, it's still a little bit, and because I know my nieces sometimes watch my videos and they are under the age of 18, I will not read the synopsis, but let's just say starts off as fake dating to make 2 people jealous, and sounds like they fall in love in the process. Yeah, it does say it's book 2 in the Red Zone Rivals series on Goodreads, but then the synopsis does say it is a standalone, so I'm guessing these are just characters in this world, and that's why it's called the Red Zone Rivals, but they don't actually interact. So good stuff. So I will start that tonight. It is 408 pages. Yes, sorry, look at my Kindle. Yeah, not Kindle, Goodreads. The one from Becky was 350-ish, if I remember, and I read that in 2 sprints. So there is a high chance I will finish this book tonight, which is always good. Yeah, but that does mean then I have to think about the books I want to read for the rest of February. I have about 6 that I've kind of pulled off the shelves thinking I could read these, but there are some on my Clio bookshelf for the next few months where I'm like, I really want to read you as well. And then there's like 1 or 2 sequels that I think could fit into this month's theme, so I have no idea what other books I'll read, but let's just say it's 100% that I'm going to read more than the 7 books planned this month. Well, 8, 7.5 or so. So yeah, so I'm gonna go back to work because it's just my 5-minute break away from the laptop. But I will update you tonight when I have started Blindside and tell you my thoughts on it. Saturday evening, I've just finished Blindside, 4 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I loved the fake dating trope. I'm so tempted to put this to a 5 stars. I am. I just I loved these characters. I loved our main characters. I loved our side characters. I loved the plot. No, it's 5 stars. I loved the plot. Fake dating. It went how I thought it would, but it was so good. It was just everything, and it was wholesome, but smutty, and well detailed and well written, and just I found myself giggling, I found myself blushing, I found myself with tears in my eyes. I didn't cry, but tears in my eyes. I couldn't get rid of the smile. And then I read the epilogue, which is about one of the many characters I loved, and he's the next book. So this was book number 2 in the series. Book number 1 is about my favourite pairing in this book that was already established when I started reading it. So I will be reading this. I think this will be a series where if I'm in a slump or I just want something cute but smutty, I will just pick this up. Jelena, thank you so much for recommending me this. And thank you to Becky for recommending me Royal Savage. You both seem to know what I like, and but that is my TBR for February done. A week and a day. Is it? No, a week and 3 days, sorry. No, yeah, a week and 3 days. Until the actual end of February. I forgot what day it was and how many days are in February. Which means I can just read what I want for February, for the rest of it anyway. I have ideas of what I want to read next. I'm saving one of my ideas of how I was going to pick for March TBR, which I should be filming tomorrow hopefully. And I have my jar of actual books that are on my shelves I can just pick from, which I think is probably how I'm going to pick my next book. But then saying that, I've not took them off the shelves, but I've got a few books I brought to the forward of the shelves, front of the shelves, Michelle English, which I think would fit really well with my theme for this month, but I'm not 100%. If that, I want to read them. But let's see. I'm just so happy. That book has just put me in such a happy mood. Hello, it is Saturday afternoon. I have decided what I'm going to read. I didn't end up just picking out my little TBR jar, which I still need to show you, I think. I just picked 2 books that I kind of wanted to read this weekend. So the first being Love to Hate You, 13 Tales of Villainy, edited by Amarie. So this is a YA anthology where 13 acclaimed authors team up with 13 influential booktubers back in 2017. I don't know if they are now. To create tales from the often misunderstood villain's point of view. Prepare for spins on the classics you think you know and dark insights into new tales. Read of heartbreak, vengeance and pain that it takes to bring down an angel and make them a demon. So yeah, these are short stories, obviously. I'm about to say 13. I've just said that. It's 341 pages long, so I'm hoping I can get them read tonight, or at least half it tonight. And then tomorrow my book will be The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid, which is following the theme of love/relationships, based on the synopsis. In her forest-veiled pagan village, Avika is the only woman who, without power, treated like an outcast due to her corrupted bloodline. So when soldiers arrive from the Holy Order of Woodsmen to claim a girl for the king's blood sacrifice, Avika is betrayed by her fellow villagers and surrendered. When monsters attack the Woodsmen and their captive en route to the capital, they slaughter everyone but Avika and the cold, one-eyed captain. But she soon learns he's no ordinary woodsman. He's Gaspard Berenice, the disgraced prince whose cruelly zealous brother plans to seize the throne and instigate a reign of religious persecution and ethnic cleansing. With no one else to rely on, Avika and the captain form a tenuous pact to stop his brother. As their mission takes them from the bushy northern tundra to the smog-choked capital, their mutual loathing slowly turns to affection, but trust can easily be betrayed, and as Avika reconnects with her estranged father and discovers her own hidden magic, she and Gaspard must decide where their loyalties really lie. So yeah, affection is a form of love. This one is over 400 pages. It is. Oh, there is a pronunciation guide at the back. Excellent. Awesome. So it's 410 pages, so I should be able to read this tomorrow. But yeah, I did film my TBR for March, and that is a reason you can't see that side of the shelf because the books are there. That was fun. I'm just gonna say filming that. It will be longer than normal, but for good reason. And there is a high chance it can still be changed. So yeah. So I'm going to go start the short story collection. There are sprints on. I can't remember who's running them. It's someone I don't know. Series TBR-a-thon. I will link the channel down below. I only found out about it because Becca Fowle tweeted about it. So I was like, oh, excellent sprints. And they go on until midnight, which is great. So yeah, let's see how much of these short stories I can get through in this one. Normally when it comes to a big collection of short stories, I kind of rate each one individually out of 5 stars. I will try and do that with this one. However, because I'm not doing the normal reading journal that I normally would, I've not got nowhere to write it down. Saying that, I am thinking of bringing that back because while I do like the simplicity of the one from Illumicrate, I'm not using it as much as I would my normal one. So you may see that coming back in probably, I'll say April or May. Just, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go start reading and I will update you later this evening. It's been an hour since I said I would be reading this book. I've read 3.5 short stories, I think it is. A minute. Yeah, 3.5. It's a DNF. It's not, the stories aren't grabbing my attention. I'm just not bothered about it. I'm not bothered about the short stories. I'm not bothered about the booktubers parts. I'm not bothered about the prompts. I'm just, yeah. It's not really, yeah. I think I may be a little bit too old for this maybe. So yeah, DNF, but hey-ho. I'm not going to start The Wolf and the Woodsman tonight, even though it's only 20 to 6. I'm going to go watch a show, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Chinese drama about gamers, and that's all I can remember. I've watched one episode, it was quite well. It was good even, but there's 31 episodes. and they're like 45 minutes each. So I'm gonna go have a chill night, so I will update you in the morning or whenever I start The Wolf and the Woodsman. It's Sunday evening. I got less than 10% of the way through this book, and it's a DNF. I can't with the main character, and it's something. So apparently our main character has been abused by this village her whole life because she doesn't have magic. She's 25. There's these girls who, basically mean girls, have been abusing her. The rest of the village ignore her. She's been abused. But she willingly sacrificed herself so this village can survive. For me, that's a no. It's a no. I can't, and yeah, it's a no, which I'm really devastated about because apparently it's really good. But it's being compared to The Bear and the Nightingale, I want to say, I think, this book, which I enjoyed, but it's also been compared to Spinning Silver, which I didn't enjoy. So 2 DNFs on the trot, but you know what, it's 2 more books off my shelves. But I'm not going to pick up another book tonight because I'm going to go watch some TV. Well, I say TV. I've become obsessed with Falling for Your Smile, this Chinese drama. I've watched 16 episodes in 2 days. And there's 31, and I'm just obsessed. So maybe that's why I'm not liking this, but if I can't gel with the main character, I'm not going to carry the book. So yeah, but still a good week. So let's hope I can get some reading done next week and not any more DNFs. But until then, bye.